and welcome to Tea Chat with the Tea Goddess. I'm your host, Michele Sorensen. Tea Chat is about sharing the lives of ordinary people doing extraordinary things that impact our community, one cup at a time. And today my special guest is Valerie Schmidt. Valerie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Michelle. I look forward to chatting over a cup of tea.
Yay. Well, before we get started, I usually like to choose a tea that I think fits the personality of my guest. And today I chose Royal Bengal Tiger.
Nice.
Have you ever tried that one?
I believe I did.
Okay, well I think it's a very exotic tea. It's got pineapple and mango, lime leaves. I just love the name.
Yes.
And Royal Bengal Tiger kind of reminds me of you.
I believe I had it at tea at 10:24.
Okay. There you go. If you want some sugar.
No, this is fine.
Okay. All right, so a little bit of background on Valerie. We've actually only known each other for a few years now. You were one of my customers, and then we started doing just a couple of things together. You've been married now for 22 years.
Yes.
And congratulations.
Thank you. I met my husband in college, and I guess we've been inseparable since.
Oh, and he's a good-looking guy, too.
Oh, thank you.
And your son, Hunter.
Yes.
I love that name, Hunter. He's, how old is he?
He's 14 years old, and he attends Iolani School.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And you are a financial advisor with the Ameriprise.
I am. I've been doing that for 20 years now.
Okay. And a pageant title holder with a very impressive line of titles that you're holding. And I'm just going to go through your little bio, and then we can talk about those things. And you also work with BRAVE, the anti-bullying campaign.
Yes.
And the Bella Project, which is near and dear to my heart as well. And you also help mentor the girls on the UH basketball team.
I do, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's, how long have you been with Ameriprise Financial?
So I've been with Ameriprise for 20 years. I was a financial advisor as well as a manager when I first started, and then now I've gone back to only being a financial advisor, working with small businesses and individual people.
Okay. That's a fun company. I know
It is.
Stacia works for
Yeah.
Ameriprise, right? So the titles that you hold, like the Mrs. United States Galaxy, which is the first one that you won in 2010, what is that all about?
So it's an international pageant, and it was one of my first international pageants, and I just happened to be able to get the United States title. So United States title allows you to automatically come back the next year and compete again.
Okay.
So it was really exciting to go from the Mrs. Hawaii to the Mrs. United States and hold that title, and then just walk around Hawaii and explain, hey, I'm the United States title holder now.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to mention your beautiful ensemble here.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you,
your
thank you.
necklace. What is your necklace?
Well, it's always great to get a little bit of Betsy Johnson love going on.
I thought that was Betsy Johnson. You had a ring the other day. Was that Betsy Johnson?
Yes, and that was a Betsy Johnson. And then, sometimes it's the Ted Baker skirt going on.
That's very nice. And we kind of matched a little bit.
I know, we both did the
floral
theme.
Yes,
I like
we
it.
got the floral theme,
Yes.
so that's great. Okay, so you also did Mrs. Supermodels, and that wasn't a magazine. You had a lot of...
It was, because the Supermodels is a magazine, and so they held a pageant for, I believe I was the second title holder. So that was really exciting that they branched out from being a print magazine, an online magazine, and then going into a pageant. So that was a lot of fun to do that as well, because before I did that magazine, those different photo shoots, I was really nervous in front of the camera and trying to figure out which angle and all of these things. So it got me out of my shell more so that I could enjoy that, and then I was lucky enough to win that title.
Yeah. Well, you are very photogenic. I love all the photographs that you do take and stuff. So let's talk about your mentoring the young women on the basketball team.
Yeah,
what do you do with them?
so I really enjoy the Wahine basketball team. I feel it's a part of Title IX, and as a professional woman, it's my responsibility to go out to the community and mentor young women. So with the Bella Project, which we'll talk about, that's the high school girls, and so this is my way of reaching out to the college girls to let them know, hey, there's life after sport, there's life after college, and what a better way for myself to be a businesswoman and explaining chatting to them and just hanging out, talking story, telling them about my everyday life, what I do, and then for them to just have another auntie or big sister, not a mom, you know, to talk story with, and just know that there's someone here in Hawaii that's supporting them as well.
Yeah, well, that's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
And they also help with the Bella Project as well.
Yes, they helped me 2 years in a row, so I'm really excited. You know, when you get nice, tall, strong women helping, it goes so quickly. And some of the girls who are 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", and they can reach up to the top and store things away so easily for us, because some of us are a little height challenged. So when they can help us move things faster, it really helps. So it's a great win-win exchange of women supporting women.
Yeah, and it's and teaching them to be able to reach out and, you know, to extend, you know, their aloha to help the Bella Project, which is an amazing project in itself. And but before we go there, too, let's talk about the Brave Project, the anti-bullying campaign.
Yeah, so the Brave, it's through the junior high, high school, and collegiate America program, and they have a Brave program, which is an anti-bullying. So what they do is they ask the girls to talk about the different community service that they do, of course, but at the same time, they also talk about encouraging the girls to write submissions to write a book about anti-bullying, and then from there they publish it and send it out into the community. So it's really exciting. I'm proud to be one of the sponsors, and I've been helping that program for several years now. So it's exciting to see how it's expanded and the different girls who win that award. Just 2 years ago, a girl wrote a rap about anti-bullying, which is on YouTube now. It's really exciting to see where they go with that platform.
And then how do the students get involved in the program?
Well, they don't actually have to run in the pageant. They actually can do a submission on the side. So junior high or high school and collegiate can enter into that program, and there's a different set of judges that look through all of the different submissions, and then from there they decide who's the winner for that year. And then each year from there they will do a different submission and publish a new book.
Yeah. Well, it's a much needed topic that needs to be
especially
talked
now.
on. And I don't think growing up, I don't know, I mean, I don't feel that I was bullied, you know, what you hear now and all the problems that the kids are facing in schools now. It's just, it's terrible.
And I think with the internet and how people can be silent and say mean things to other people but be behind a computer, I think that's a little bit difficult. And for kids to have a voice to say, hey, let's talk about it together so you don't feel so alone, I think that's really important for the kids to know, you know?
Well, that's a great, you know, campaign to be working with. Okay, so we can talk about the Bella Project.
Yes.
Which I absolutely love. And you've been with them for 6 years now.
Yes, so the Bella Project actually started in 2009, and then we took over, myself, Sharice, and Tracy took over about 6 years ago. And since then, it's just really exploded. When it first started, they were serving about 50 high school girls at a time. So the Bella Project is a nonprofit organization. We give out a dress, pair of shoes, accessories, and makeup free of charge. We focus mostly on low-income girls, special needs, or critically ill. However, it is open to the public. And we're lucky for Tea at 1024 for collecting dresses for us all year round. Gives us a reason to go in and have tea. At the same time, it's grown so big. Now we give out 500 dresses a year. And in our 6th year, we just started our 6th year, we've already given over 2,000 dresses in the community. And it just amazes me how big it's grown. When we say our name, people know who we are. We give out 2 times a year, usually September and October, and January and February. So the fall is for winter ball, and the beginning of the year is for prom season.
Okay, but it's amazing because the gowns or the dresses that do come in, and a lot of times a girl or even the adults that are also just donating the dresses, they wear the dress for 1 or 2 events.
That's true.
And then it's no longer, you know, they're not going to use it anymore. So donating it to the Bella Project makes a lot of sense.
Right. A lot of times people take a picture with it on social media, post it, and then they don't want to wear it again because it's already been seen. So a lot of times we get those dresses. A lot of times too we get dresses from retail stores. Maybe they're clearing out inventory and those dresses have not sold, so we get those dresses and they have tags on it, beautiful, beaded, plain, sparkly, all these different types of dresses that we get. So all the girls have different choices to choose from.
Well, I remember when Amanda was first doing the Bella Project, and like you said, there was only 50, And when I forget what year it was, and I was helping her, the setup for just 50
I know. Yes.
was monumental. I can't imagine setting it up for, I mean, I've seen pictures
Right.
where you have racks and racks, and the clothes are in colors and sizes,
Yes.
and the shoes and the makeup and everything, and they have a personal shopper.
It's true.
The girl comes in. So when a girl, okay, so you introduced the high school.
Yes.
I mean, and let them know that the program, I mean, that
Yes.
they can pick up their dresses at Central Union, right?
Yes, right now we're using Central Union. It's easy because it's on a bus line. There's lots of parking, so it's easy for the high school girls to get to us. So they get paired with a special person, a female volunteer, and that's their shopper. And then from there, they pick a couple of dresses they try on. And then from there, once they find their perfect dress, then they go and they get their shoes, accessories, and makeup. So when you're talking about setup, before we would have a couple hundred dresses, and we were so proud to have a couple hundred for the 50. Well, now we're 1,200, 1,500 dresses. So the
I know, that's
setup
amazing.
is like huge to service between 100 and 200 girls at a time as they come through.
Right.
So we've turned it into a machine, In terms of the process, we have a lot of volunteers that keep coming back because they know our system.
Yeah.
This past winter ball, we had 175 volunteers to help us with 150 girls and just going
That's
through the
beautiful.
process, setup and breakdown, etc.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So when the schools are, well, you've been doing it for so long that the schools know about
They do.
the program.
A lot of the counselors will send the email out, or they'll tell the parents. They might put it up on a bulletin board. They might put it on their Facebook page. All of these things to help us spread the word. It's not so bad in the beginning. Once we get a girl in freshman year, we usually keep track of her till senior. But once those seniors graduate, we're looking at, okay, how do we tell the new girls, oh, here we are, we're available, take advantage of what we have to offer.
Great.
Yeah.
So and you also have a board. And how big is your board?
Our board is only 3 people right now. We're looking to add more people just because all 3 of us do have our own full-time job, and we do this on the side. So we're looking to add more people just for more hands and more brains to help us keep this going and then expand it further as we keep going through the different years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your vision for the future?
Well, when we first started, we were only doing low-income kids, and then we expanded to the other areas of critically ill and special needs. We're trying to get more islands. Right now we have Maui and Molokai, so we're looking to see if we can partner with other nonprofits to reach the other islands, so we don't have to do more work, but the other islands can partner with us. So we're hoping to get to more islands, and that way we can reach more girls without us having to put in more work.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
expansion.
it's exciting.
Yeah, that's great. So what are you in some of the items that you are in desperate need of?
Oh, we usually need different shoes because shoes don't always match the girl. So if you have a bigger girl, she might have smaller feet, and you might have a smaller girl with bigger feet. In the middle range of shoes, we might have a lot of size 6 to size 8, but we might not have size 4, and we might not have size 10 plus in shoes. So we try to ask for a wide variety of formal shoes that people can donate, because I think when they think of us, they only think of the dress, but they don't realize, hey, we have to wear something else.
Can I wear slippers?
Yeah, and you know us with our shoes.
Yes,
so,
you want to see our shoes? Got to show our shoes.
Okay.
Let's show our shoes.
Okay,
So
here's
we have
my
our
shoes.
We have our
See?
shoes.
Sparkling.
Gotta have the shoes.
Oh, mine is
It's all about
floral.
the shoes.
Yes.
And,
So it's always about the shoes. So we're looking for more shoes. That would help. And also in terms of dresses, we look at sizes 20 plus or size 0 or 00. So again, it's on the spectrum, on the little bitty small ones or the others extra size, extra large sizes. That's what we need more help with. If people have those or they have the ability to get those for us, that would be great.
Yes, well, we have to reach out to our audience. So if you have any items that you want to donate, you can donate to, what are some of the donation centers?
Well, of course, Tea at 1024. They can donate it at the Central Union location, or they can message us at Facebook and on our Facebook website. And then from there, we can talk story with them and figure out what's the best way to connect with them.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we get, like I said, some amazing dresses that come in, and every time if you do come in, you're like, no, it's okay. We don't want to pick them up today.
Yeah.
You know, and then we'll have like 10, 15 hanging up and ready to go, and shoes and accessories and you know, sometimes makeup that's,
Right.
you know, that people
So
donate.
the makeup items have to be brand new. Anything else can be used once or whatever, twice, however, but the makeup items have to be brand new, makeup or toiletries. So some people, when you get those gift with purchase, you know, when you're
Yes.
buying your
Oh, yeah.
cosmetics and maybe
Yeah.
you don't use all of those colors or you're not going to use that toiletry bag, then people donate those to us, and that's how we get a lot of our sample items, and we donate those to the girls.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have some of those I could probably, you know, throw in a bag
Yeah.
to donate.
And then the other ones are accessories. So we might do a necklace or an earring, but maybe formal purses that you don't use anymore, doesn't match the outfit that you thought. And so we get a lot of those donations as well. So there's a wide variety of things that we accept. We accept it all year round. And then we give it out on our 2 main events.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is, the setup process is pretty amazing, and you transform that room into a
Yeah,
boutique
I know.
with all those dresses and
Yes.
the volunteers, and it does take, you know, an army to
It
really
does.
to get, you know, to accomplish what you need to get done, which is, you know, do you need any more volunteers? Are you looking for more people?
Sometimes actually, but it depends on the timetable, because sometimes we have a wait list of volunteers that want to
okay.
come in. And then other times it's certain groups, the time schedule conflicts, and then we look for another group. So it really depends on each event. But we do have our typical, we have a lot of UH students, we have HPU students, Chaminade students. So a lot of them are the big sisters that help out first. And then we have, of course, the Junior League of Honolulu or other nonprofits that come to help us as well. So we have our foundation of volunteers, but we're always looking at, oh, is there another group that is interested? And we'll see where we are, if we have a wait list or if we actually are accepting more volunteers. Yeah.
So have you had any testimonials or any stories
You
of the girls
know,
that had gotten their dresses from you?
Yeah, there's so many different ones, and it touches you in different ways. One girl, she was writing to us to say, you know, her mom was really sick. Is it okay if she got a dress from us? And then the mom found out that the girl was writing to us, and of course we said, yes, let us give you a dress. Well, she was no longer able to leave the house anymore because her cancer was debilitating to her. But she felt she wanted to meet me in person, and she wanted to donate jewelry to us because she wanted to pay it forward to the next person.
Oh.
And it was just so heartwarming to know that she wanted to give back because we had given to her daughter. And her daughter had told us that the mom had so many medical bills, and the mom was not able to leave the house, and she was lucky that she went to school right next door, that she could walk. And it was a special deal for her to get a dress because her mom had to deal with so much things. She didn't want that to be one more burden. And it just touches your heart to know, you know, that we were able to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Or there's different girls that are in the foster care system, and the only times they can see their sisters is if they come to us, and then the foster moms will do a date, and then the 2 girls will come and meet together. So we have all these different stories where I think a lot of people take for granted the idea of, oh, I can shop with my sister at any time. Well, if you're in the foster care system, you might not be in the same home. And so for them to come shop at our store with their sister, that's really a big deal.
Yeah.
Some girls, they don't know what size they wear because they only wear a t-shirt and shorts. They don't know what shoes they wear, or to wear heels, because they're only wearing slippers to school. They don't have covered shoes or any type of formal shoes. So when you see them first nervous and apprehensive, and then they come out smiling and beaming and realizing, oh, I didn't know I could dress like this, or I didn't realize someone thought so highly of me that I can take this home and this is mine to keep. They don't have to give it back. This is entirely theirs. It's our gift to them. Our only requirement is that they stay in school, so they have to show a high school ID or a letter from the counselor saying that they're getting their GED program, and then from there, that's how they can come get a dress from us.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's an amazing project, and I really love what you folks are doing with the Bella Project. It's so what are some of the other interesting things that you're doing aside from the Bella Project and your anti-bullying campaign and the pageants that you're running in and taking care of your son and your husband, and what other things that you do enjoy doing?
I like meeting with strong women. I'm currently the president of the Organization of Women Leaders. I just got inaugurated.
Yes, that's right. I asked you for that title. You didn't put that one down.
So
Okay, yes. Let's talk about that.
I just was not inducted as the president of the Organization of Women Leaders, and it's a great organization in the sense that it's all professional women. So it's in the public sector, in the government, nonprofit sector, it's in the private sector, and there's so many different women that are doing great things in their respective fields, and it's fun for me to network with them, to talk with them, pick their brains of what they're doing. And then we have a guest speaker that comes in every other month, and that guest speaker talks about their profession and what it meant to be a woman in that profession. Is it all men? How do they balance life? What's the expectation of a woman compared to a man? And we have a lot of great conversations, and we talk about how far Hawaii has come, and just this, not just the state, but in terms of in that specific industry, how things have changed for women. And for me, it's very empowering and inspiring to hear all these different stories. So that's one of the newest things that I've been up to.
And where do you meet?
We meet at the Pacific Club most of the time, and then the induction is in Halekulani.
And okay. And so is it once a month that you meet?
Oh,
or is
it meets every other month. So every odd month it meets for the membership meeting. And then the board meets on every even month. Okay. So we all see each other once a month.
And are there membership dues, or
There is a membership dues, and the dues include lunch. So it's about $260, but it includes 6 lunches. Okay. So it's not bad at all in terms of affordability. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I should join one of your luncheons. Come as a guest and kind of
Check
sit
it
there
out.
and listen to.
And we can talk to you and say, what's it like, Michelle, to be you? Yeah.
But that's amazing too. So what other things would you like to talk about right now? Let's see. How do you like your tea?
Oh, I love it. I tried it a little bit.
Yeah. Royal Bengal Tiger.
This is great.
Mm-hmm. Could use a little bit of milk. Probably put a little bit of milk on the tea would be good. So what's happening in the world of Ameriprise?
Well, a lot of people are looking for a financial advisor. The industry has been going through some federal legislation and changes, and so a lot of people are saying, oh, is my advisor staying in the field or not? And so it's good for them to know that there's other people that are still staying in the industry despite all the changes going on, and we want to meet with people and work with them and find out their story and what makes them tick. For me, I like to just know the story of what did their mom and dad talk about money, and what's it mean to them, and why do they need to save. All of the stories about what make people people instead of just grouping them together as one category. I like to know more about what's going on with them.
I like that.
Yeah.
Knowing the people, getting to know the people. I remember when my daughters were younger and I took them to the financial planner, and she gave us a measuring tape.
Okay.
And she said, this is the inches represented a lifespan.
Yeah.
So she said, okay, this is where you are now, and this is how much life you are expected to have left. And what are you going to do, and how are you going to save for that? So that was a great little measuring tool. For me, it kind of freaked me out because I was kind of on the other half of the other end, and then I realized, oh my gosh, more than half of my life is over right now according to this little tape measure here.
Well, people in Hawaii never pass away. They just live forever. So you're okay.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing for me, just having that multi-generation. I have one of my clients, his mom is 103, and then we talk about the great-grandchild that we're saving money for. So there's that string can be a little bit longer sometimes.
Well, it's kind of nice because I know some women that are in their 90s. And I have a friend, she's 103.
Oh my gosh.
So that's, she's given me a lot longer, lease on life.
Right.
And it's kind of amazing too. And an amazing woman too. Just, the things that she's done and accomplished, and she's still all there. She loves to get dressed up and.
Oh, fun.
She's my fancy Nancy.
Yeah, I
call her
like
my
that.
fancy Nancy.
That's what we're going to be.
Yes. I said, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
I know. One of the challenges I put out to the Organization of Women Leaders when I got inducted is I said the theme that I wanted to do for this year was to talk about legacy and say, myself as an individual woman, what impact do I want for the generations that are following me, not just 10 years younger than me, but 20 or 30 years and multi-generations following me. what am I doing to make an impact?
Yeah.
And so that's the challenge we're putting out to the membership. That's the challenge we're going to ask the speakers when they come. That's the challenge we're doing to the board members. So I think it's important when we're looking at that string, it's not just how much are we saving or what are we doing, but for me, it's what impact are we having
Right.
in this world that we're
Yes,
living.
yes. What are some of the things that you might help the women to kind of get ideas to leave a legacy? And
When I first started as a financial advisor, there's only 5% women in the field. Currently, it's up to 20%. So I understand it did go 4 times bigger, but it started with a smaller number. And I think to show women that I can be a mom, I can go to work, and then I can be a business owner, it's all fine. And I think every step of the way is just reminding me, even when the days are kind of crazy and nuts and there's a lot of things in the schedule, well, I'm still showing someone else that these are the things we can do and we can accomplish as a woman. And then just in the community, when I talk to the college kids or the high school kids, it's looking at, I want to feel that they're looking up to me as an example of whatever career choice they want to do, even if it's dubbed a girl choice or a boy choice, or just could be anybody's choice.
Right.
Whereas in the past, that wasn't the case. Not all choices were available or offered to all people. So we want to just say, hey, you can be anything you want, and truly mean that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you are a very empowering woman.
Thank
you do
you.
help many women to be able to come out and express themselves, to live, the lives that they should be living or can be living.
Yeah.
By expressing their, innermost desires, things. And we're running out of time now, and we're gonna just wrap things up. And I'm so happy that you were able to come and share all the amazing things that you are doing.
Thank you.
And continue to work with the Bella Project. And I look forward to seeing, the expansion to the Outer Islands.
Yeah.
And your mentoring with the young ladies on the UH basketball team. And I'm sure you're mentoring more than just that group of women. You're mentoring all the women that you do come in contact, because
Yeah.
that's just what you do naturally. But so I just want to thank you for coming, chatting with me today. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. Once again, I am your host, Michele Sorensen, the Tea Goddess, and thank you for joining us for Tea Chat today. Aloha.
Yay.